Hey guys, I'm going to talk about the Frederick Joseph video today. Um, so the first question was, what do you believe the intent of the experiment was? To observe what happens when you ask people to walk in someone else's shoes and see other cultures from different angles. Frederick explained what it was like for him as a black man to having eyes on him. It was meant to make people think about another person's perspective of the world. I don't think that Frederick intended to offend or start altercations with others, but that's just what happened. Frederick talks about how his shirt said nothing negative. It was a picture of a white man's head that was seen as replicating the Redskins logo of a Native American's head. But the difference is that the picture of the white man's head wasn't any kind of negative or derogatory term. It was, but the Redskins logo is, and it's an actual racial slur. He did not describe a single person that approved of it or even gave him a thumbs up. I think that Frederick's experiment was to create awareness and send out messages to others as well. I think he said it best when he talked about the experiment being disappointing but not unexpected. He continued to say that he tries his best to believe in people and in America, but oftentimes he notices that America does not believe in him or his communities or communities like his that are just trying to survive. Joseph 4:30. His hope and mine is that someday down the road our reactions will change and we won't have to worry about brands or logos that have t-shirts like that. So I think that it was effective on both sides. People who thought positively and there was no one that thought positively, but I think it was eye-opening for the people that thought positively, and then negatively or also eye-opening for the people that thought negatively about it. And I do think it was effective. Although Frederick received negative responses, his point was proven. Although our culture likes to think that things have changed and we've come so far from how we used to treat minorities, we still have the mentality that people of color don't try to, or people of color don't have the right to try and make a white person understand how they felt by putting up a mirror and showing them, this is how it feels. Our culture has just become so desensitized when it comes to school mascots, logos, or brands. I mean, it's wrong. It's not okay. It also teaches people to act and think in the same way. There was a online poll that Frederick talked about that had claimed that 9 out of 10 Native Americans did not care about the name. But then information came out that Native Americans actually do care. It still does affect their culture, and organizations have been created to stop the use of these logos and change the name. So no, I don't think it's humane or to use human or cultural characteristics as school mascots. I think it's disrespectful to cultures and characterizes people. So I might be aging myself here, but remember when Taco Bell started using a chihuahua in their ads that always said, "Yo quiero Taco Bell"? It was not long until everyone started using Taco Bell's marketing team's catchphrase for just about everything. Soon they were making dog toys that when you squeezed it, it said, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." I still think of tacos and chihuahuas even today as I talk about this video, or talk in this video. Taco Bell's marketing team realized it caught on, and just like it did in my mind, and once they realized it, they capitalized on it. So they capitalized on a racial stereotype. No one could mention Taco Bell or Chihuahua without thinking about how long of a drive it was to the nearest Taco Bell. Although I am talking about a silly catchphrase about food and dogs, is it really that silly? How many Latino and Latinas were offended by this saying? How many times did someone go too far with their taunting, which ended in violence or caused someone to feel as if they were a typecast? Is it still just a silly catchphrase? So regarding the school mascots, I think that we are not only sending the wrong message to students, but it also shows others that we accept racism and engage in racism. I mean, really, like the elderly lady in the video said, well, it's just a brand or logo, so it's okay. I mean, would it really be okay if Nike started endorsing the swastika because it's just a symbol? Or if Amazon made the background of their website a Confederate flag? The Confederate flag is a little harder to understand. Some people consider it Southern pride, and others consider it to be a symbol of hate. Regardless of Amazon's views, I think a lot of people would see it as a symbol of hate first. By validating these symbols and characteristics, we're giving people permission to think that every East Indian must be a convenience store clerk, or that all white people from Oregon still use horses for the majority of their transportation. There's just no justifying the use of these symbols. I think that when people say that it's okay because that's how they've always known it as, or how it's always been, shouldn't keep it from changing our vocabulary and thoughts now. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.